Alright, so I'm going to be posting this before my videos, guys, and you can partake in it or not, but we're going to do some singing bowls and I'm going to say a little prayer. And you're welcome to just sit and relax and free your mind up before the reading with me. I just wanted to do this. I'll timestamp it, so if you want to go straight to your reading, that's fine too. So we're going to go ahead and start. Take a deep breath. I call upon light in all beings, whom serve only love and light. I ask you, angels, ancestors, and light beings, to cleanse and protect this space. Ask for your protection and guidance so that your divine sight can be delivered with love and healing for the greatest good. I ask you, angels, ancestors, and guides, to assist those whom these messages are meant for, to assist them on their journey of healing and spiritual growth. I appreciate your unconditional love and guidance. Thank you, angels, guides, ancestors, and Lord of Love. Amen. Okay, guys, so singing bowls. I'm just going to relax and listen. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if so, I'm glad, and I'm happy you guys come to my channel and enjoy your reading. Hi, guys, we are getting ready to do Pisces, a reading for Pisces. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, hi, welcome again. I do appreciate you guys showing up, watching your videos, sticking by this channel, sticking by these messages, sticking by your own growth and healing and all that goes with sometimes the hard work, guys. So Pisces, we are going to pull a couple word cards to, I got a card here that wants to come out, but it's, there we go. This is going to just be the overall message, kind of for your guys' reading, is these, and it's the Gift of Virtue Clarity deck, okay, Pisces? So we are in a space between spaces. The other space, I might have said this during your guys' last video, but, and I'm not sure, but this is working out really nice. We got, oh, wow. Okay, so we got proactivity, being proactive, taking control of your life, being in charge of what you want to happen. So instead of like kind of wishing or hoping something happens, it's making it happen, becoming the change, anticipating future problems and taking preventative actions before they occur. So definitely taking control over situations in your life, things that could go, or it's preparation also, preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. That's what's coming to mind. Industry, it's gonna have something to do with also work, putting your nose to the grindstone, working really hard on maybe being proactive, taking the steps you need to take to preventative problem solving. So instead of there becoming a problem, you prevent the problem. So you're maybe doing a lot of analysis about like What causes the problems? What's built up to this problem? What led up to this? And kind of knowing it before it gets to a point of where it requires a lot more work than what it does just to I had this talk with my daughter actually about, like, she wants to take dishes up to her room, and I'm like, well, taking dishes up to your room isn't a problem. The problem is, once you get the dishes up there, you're not going to want to bring them back down, so why not just nail it in the butt and eat downstairs instead of going upstairs and taking dishes to your room? And we had a big long talk about it, but that's kind of what this is reminding me of. It's just like knowing what your own kind of character is, and like, you know where you're kind of lazy, or where you're kind of hot-headed, or where you can be impatient. And it's just I don't want to say avoiding, but it's definitely being mindful of the things that trigger, or the things that cause the next thing that gets bigger, if that makes sense. Put your nose to the grindstone. Productivity, perseverance, and labor, dedication to work. I feel like you guys are doing a lot of work right now, Pisces, working very hard on making something happen here that you want to see happen, and there's a feeling of tired of waiting for it to happen and making it happen yourself. And this could also be like waiting for something to end or stop, and you're just ending or stopping it yourself instead of waiting for somebody else to stop or waiting for somebody else to do. You're doing the work. Whimsy, a heart that loves is always young. Your last reading was kind of like lovey. This could have something to do with a relationship or love, but it's also saying, even though you're busy working and being really strong and proactive and taking control and charge in your life, there's still this need to play and have fun and feel young at heart, and like take some time for yourself right now, Pisces, to enjoy your days, enjoy the moments. Maybe do something fun. It feels like there's a lot of work being done right now. Playfully or fanciful, dreamlike, lighthearted, innocently capricious. I love that. So Pisces, lighten up a little. There is hard work happening here. You are working really hard on, I'd say, taking control over your work. This could be home, this could be work, this could be your own work, like your healing work, or your anything. But it's like, I'm tired of waiting for this to happen. I'm going to make it happen because I have control over that. I can make this happen for myself. So, but just to remember to take a breather, take some time out for yourself, and enjoy the little funs and the little laughs and the little fun times in between, because this feels very work driven. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these soul cards, you guys. Proactivity. Yeah. Okay. Could still be really analyzing and looking at what you want and what you really want to. It's interesting because there's this eagle energy here, which is there's a bigger vision here, or a bigger idea of what you want yourself to be and to become. And it's like you're taking the work and the time and the effort and the energy out for you to become exactly what you envision for yourself. And it's coming straight from your heart. There's like, there's something here that's, you're looking at an old version of yourself. That's been a complete shift, a complete change, and you're seeing things completely different. And there's just a knowing that you kind of got to release yourself from the old self, your old self. And it feels like this is what you're working on. This feels like this could be releasing yourself from an old title, an old job, an old home, an old relationship, an old way of viewing yourself, an old way of it's just like, I wouldn't be surprised, Pisces, if you are looking completely different in your life today than you were before you decided to take charge of instead of waiting for things or waiting for the problems. It's like, I'm just going to make sure this problem doesn't happen because I'm going to put a stop to it before it even starts, or I'm going to take control over this emotion before it leads elsewhere, or this habit before it leads elsewhere. Yes, there's a feeling here. Okay, so the first one is obviously looking at the old image of the self and almost not recognizing that person or that mask, and it's becoming really truly authentically yourself, Pisces, where you are taking control over really who you are and who you want to be perceived as too. But then there's like this feeling of just going within and knowing that there's a much higher vision guiding you, a much higher self guiding you. And I feel that guidance in your guys' message. And it's just a knowing that things, the perception and the work that you're putting in is going to pay off in the big long term. That's that eagle vision. It's like seeing far out and seeing something really great coming from the work and the stuff you're putting in. And then there's also this this card, and I get this like a also being guided. I get that ancestry guidance, like being guided by your ancestors, listening to the messages and the whispers in your ear, your conscious about maybe lightening up, maybe having a little more fun, maybe comforting you when things get a little stressful and saying it's okay, like it's not that big of a deal, stuff like that. Like it's almost like I can just feel like you're always loved. Like there's this feeling of whenever things get really hectic or busy and you're really putting your nose to the grindstone and you're really working hard, to think about this could be a loved one, this could be just, this is comfort, and it makes you feel young again. It makes you feel childish. It makes you feel like you're being comforted by and I do feel that ancestry, and I do because it's just the Indian thing, the feathers and stuff. I just get that vibe from this card. So I am getting that, and it says a heart that loves is always young. It's like really nice. So this is really nice energy, Pisces. All right, so let's go ahead and get one of these. Roots and Wings. Crafty. This is being strategic. This is also when you are planning, doing stuff, you're like, no, and it's also getting around obstacles in a crafty way, in a out of the box kind of way. It's like, I would say it's being sly, it's being slick, but that's not a bad thing. And the fox knows how to use its environment to its advantage. And if the environment doesn't suit it, it goes to an environment that does. They're very smart and very intelligent animals. And they are crafty. They can make do with what they have just fine. So that is what I am getting from that card for you, Pisces. Crafty. Being crafty, making do with what you have, making the best of what you have. And just, and it does take hard work to like kind of make something that's like maybe something simple or just something that's seems unmanageable, and make it manageable. Take control over it and make it manageable. Make it something that is productive. Make it something that works. You could be trying to make something really work here. Whether this is in work or your life or something like that. You're really working hard on something here. And if this is your message. So let's go ahead and get one of these. And I am trying to keep these, between 20 and 30 minutes, you guys. We got completion. Yes, I was feeling like something has ended. It probably, in perspective. That is what's coming through in your guys' reading. It's like you've changed your perspective about yourself, the control you have in your life, and the work that it's taking to do what you're doing is going to pay off. And you can see this in your future. And you're being comforted and guided by your ancestors and your loved ones and your angels. And they're coming in saying, remember, you're still a child. Like, this is kind of, it's interesting because I'm getting this very like you could just be starting something really new, and it makes you feel new at it. It makes you feel like you're just new at this, and it's just letting you know, have a little fun with this. This feels like a new time in your life where you can actually kind of, further ahead, the work you're doing right now is going to pay off. But also, I'm getting a very strong message to take a time out and have a little fun. And I don't know if that's that ancestor vibe, and they're just like, wow, you're working really hard. You need to maybe rest or relax or have a little fun, lighten up. Like, things might feel really just intense, and not tense in a bad way, but intense, like busy, like, so something definitely completing here, a new cycle starting. You're new at this cycle. Something old has ended. I feel like it's an old image you had of yourself, or an old way, and a mask you took off. You're being more authentic. There's something here that's truly more you, and it's truly and it does involve whatever work you're doing or whatever you are taking control over right now in your world. It says, be the change that you want to see in the world, and it's like you're doing what you can to be a positive part of your world, and you're also ahead of time stopping any energies or any negativities or anything that can lead up to maybe any kind of it's like you're avoiding obstacles and stuff in that crafty way by perceiving ahead with that eagle eye, with that eagle vision. It's like, oh, I see where this is going. I see where that's going. I feel like you've seen a lot in this last cycle, Pisces, and you've seen a lot of, you've probably seen a lot of, you've seen the manipulation, you've seen the tactics, you've seen the games, and you know how to play now. That's what I'm feeling, and it doesn't mean we're playing, does it, Pisces? It doesn't mean we're playing. We aren't playing. My moon's in Pisces, just so you know, and it really is saying you're working hard at keeping that vision in sight, keeping what you know in your vision, and proactively and ahead of time stopping obstacles before they even challenge you. And if they do, and I feel like you're being very, very on target right now with the way you're looking at things and the way you're perceiving things. I just feel like you need to lighten up a little. You may just be seeing it everywhere. You may be seeing not obstacles for you, but it's just seeing and then this mask, this kind of front or this fakeness that could be coming from all directions. And this is even something we've done where it's like we need to take off that, what people are used to seeing. Maybe they aren't used to seeing you taking control like you are right now, Pisces, but you're doing it and you're working very hard at it. And it's because in the long run, this is going to pay off for you. And I feel like you are being guided and you're being comforted in this direction. And this is a whole new cycle for you. So you've probably learned about this innovative, crafty energy that you're utilizing in your life right now. And that's really good, Pisces. So let's go ahead and get one of these. I love that. Women supporting women. You may have a group of friends. You may have to be collaborating with others, close friends, family, work colleagues, stuff like that, for support and supporting them. You may be the support in that system, or you may be supported. Usually it's both. Usually it's a give and take. Between this kind of camaraderie, this kind of friendship, this kind of tribe. I feel like that tribe energy, it says together we can transcend our individual limitations. What you don't see or what you can't get through, you can talk to your closest about, and they will help you. And also vice versa, you will help them, Pisces, because that's also what kind of people, that's what kind of energy Pisces has too. They are the ones that bring people together to get through obstacles. And there's a taking charge here of something. I feel like your new cycle is taking back ownership and control and over what's happening in your life. That's the vibe I'm getting. So that is really nice, Pisces. This is a very empowering, it feels very self-empowerment. It feels like at its beginning, but also at its peak. Where it's now or never. You take control of your life now or never, and you put the work in now, and you stay dedicated for the long term. So let's go ahead and get 3 of these, Pisces. That Knight of Wands, that's that action, that's that drive, that's that proactivity. That's just be careful to not be too impulsive while you're moving forward in your judgments about other people or about how much you can take on right now too, Pisces. Don't get your hands too full right now. I think that's why this heart that loves is always young and this whimsy cards here, it's saying, don't take on more than you can chew either right now. You are being proactive. You are taking control over what is in your world and what is to become of it. But there's also a feeling here of maybe overlooking maybe some details, or overlooking some maybe even emotional aspects that need tending to. And one of them could be being lighthearted. Maybe it's tense and it's time to lighten up, because you might be going so full forward in this energy, so passionate, so driven, so there's excitement here. There's also can be aggression, and it's also an energy that doesn't stop until it's done, with the Knight of Wands here. So just keeping in mind not to get in that tunnel vision too much, because there is details and stuff to pay attention to. There's a lot of work here being done. This could be at work. And then that Three of Swords, and this is learning from our past mistakes and heartache. This is healing. This is a lot of things have and, you know, I always kind of look at the Three of Swords as it's like the stuff people have done to us, the stuff we do to ourselves, and the hurt of not, like, learning those lessons in the first place. There's a lot with the Three of Swords. It can be sorrowful. It can be heartbreak. You're getting through some heartbreak here, maybe. You're getting through some, you're healing, you know. So this could be healing work that you're working on with yourself too. But it's saying part of that healing is lightening up and having fun, Pisces. It isn't just all work and no fun, no play. Sometimes we can get really embedded. And then that Three of Cups. And this is that same kind of energy as this women supporting women. And it doesn't have to be women. If you're a man or a masculine, it's just people being there to support you. This is a more feminine-driven deck. But either way, it's about that connection and that camaraderie. So is this Three of Cups. It's about that connection to others. It's about being able to rely on other people's sight when your sight isn't well, or relying on somebody else's wisdom when you don't have that. It's exchanging and sharing one another with each other to help better the group. So this could have to do with work, and this could also be about reunification too. You could be working hard on healing some things and maybe reunifying with somebody, an old friend, an old group, it could be a relationship. But there's a lot of work being done right now on your part. And I feel like it's saying, like, be careful, like rushing, working, and not taking time to play. So if this is just about, this feels like it's just, could be a more group effort, but you all can help each other out, whatever this is. So Pisces, let me make sure I got all your guys's, oh, yep, I did, the completion card. I'm going to read that real quick. We got just a second. Because it does feel like something is completed and you're starting a new cycle here. With no beginning and no end, the symbol of the circle represents the eternal nature of the spirit or soul. The evolution of the cosmos is from the simple to the most complex, from nothing to something. The card of completion symbolizes a command of energy, emotions, ambitions, and material goals. This is a card of synthesis. Yeah, you're starting this new cycle out with a big bang, and you are bringing forth what you need to bring forth to create what you want to create in your life right now. It's just a lot of work, and it's actually like physical work too. Like you're actually doing there's a lot of stuff going, industry, you know, there's a lot of work going on here. But take time to have fun. Take time to be a little more lighthearted. Maybe not so serious about everything, but it is part of the work. You know, you got to get serious and get down to the nitty gritty to get stuff done. And that makes sense. And there's this feeling of, you know, not running head on into obstacles, kind of being crafty about the way you're handling disagreements, arguments, not seeing eye to eye with people. It's like you're being very, right now as an energy where you are in like, I know how to get around this without a fight. I know how to get around this without an argument. I know how to deal with this without giving myself more problems. That's kind of the message I'm getting. This card symbolizes success and the pathway of self-completion. And that's what I'm feeling. It's like you've completed one of your skins, if that makes sense. This mask is like an old skin taken off and being examined now, looked at. And then it's like, look at, same thing here, this face going away and what's left. And there's gratitude here too. And there's just this old you has seen the light, has seen, it's so interesting. It's you, but it's not. There is a higher vision here now. There is something that's coming directly from your heart here now. And you are being supported and guided, and just try to lighten up and have a little fun. There is like a little chuckly, kind of smiley image down in here. And, you know, this guy looks like he could use a rest or a break too. He looks exhausted. So you could be really overexerting yourself right now, Pisces. So keep that in mind at this time, if this is your message. I want to tell you guys thank you. I appreciate you. That's your reading. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.